And I decided that I was going to go live today because there's a few things that we should talk about. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, maybe a half an hour or so. So, I'm waiting for a couple of people to join so I can start talking because I don't want to talk to myself. So I don't know where DJ K Nikki at because she was the one who said that she would talk to me. But I see my niece Tiffany's watching. Do you want to talk to me? Because I'm ready to talk. I thought I was going to do coffee time this morning, but unfortunately that didn't happen because on my days off, I like to stay in the bed for as long as I could. So, with that being said, hey Tiff, say hey back. I'll bring you in live. Hey Linda, come on y'all, let's get into it. Let's talk. There's a lot of things that we can talk about. The first thing I wanted to say was rest in peace to Suzanne Summers, Chrissy Snow from what is that, Three's Company. Unfortunately, she passed away this weekend or a day before her 77th birthday, which would have been today. And she unfortunately lost her battle to breast cancer. So we're gonna send a rest in peace to her, and prayers go out to your family and your husband. Hey, Annette, Arnetta. I'm sorry I called you Annette, and it's Arnetta. Good evening, everyone. So yeah, I wanted to say a rest in peace and send blessings of love to her family. What else are we gonna talk about? Before we get to the main topic of the evening, which I know everybody's probably tired of, but this new war that's going on over in Gaza, that's pending the Jews and the Muslims against each other. I was watching Good Morning America today, and one of the guys was like saying how what he was going to say was going to be cringing to a lot of people because they believe that that war that's happening over there is going to spill into the United States of America. So what I'm going to suggest my people to do is to make sure you guys be on alert. Don't walk down the street thinking that everything is oblivious to you. Make sure that you pay attention, and definitely if you see something, say something, because we don't know what's going on. They already started attacking the Muslims, and I think it's just ridiculous. But that's the world that we live in. Everybody is being crucified for their religion or whatever beliefs that they have, whether it be, you know whatever religion you are. You can be Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever. I think everybody has the right to pick their own religion. There is one God, but whatever you call him is what you call him. And I do believe that we should probably stop being so judgmental because no one is perfect. So whatever way anybody choose their religion or choose whatever it is that they want to do, I think that should be their choice. It shouldn't be our choice. We shouldn't force anything on anybody, not religion, not sexual preferences or whatever that is that you got going on. That should be your choice. You have to see whoever the higher being is, for whatever mistakes you make and whatever decisions that you choose. So I don't think that we should be actually crucifying people for their beliefs. I want to say a couple of hellos to my cousin Alice in North Carolina. Hi Alice, good evening. My cousin Larry was up here. I don't know where he went. Hey Larry, if he's still there. But yeah, I think that we should probably stop being so judgmental because nobody's perfect. And just want to pray for the people over there in Gaza and Israel. Pray that, so many people were on TV talking about how their families are over there and they haven't seen or heard from them, and they're leaving. One lady had to leave her son over there because the son stayed with the sister. The sister wasn't mobile, and it's a whole big crazy thing going on over there. So if you have a praying bone in your body, pray not only for them but pray for us as well. So my hot topic tonight is, of course, Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, I've seen so many things, so many comments, and I actually saw her do an interview today. And I don't watch Mark and Kelly, but I did it because they had her up there, and she doesn't stop. Now, whatever they choose, because they chose to be in that relationship, so whatever they chose, that's their business. And it's like Stephen A. Smith said, that's y'all's business. Why do you have to keep coming on? And I think, well, but then again, a lot of people do a lot of things for strange reasons. We don't know what the reason is for her to have been doing that, but some of the things that she's saying, I just think that it's offensive to Will. Although Will did smack the holy cow doodle out of Chris Rock at the Oscars, but a lot of people still love Will. Like Will Smith is like the black superhero of our time. He has countless films. He's done so much things or whatever. So I don't know if what the foundation of their relationship was, whose idea was that to have an open marriage and to be able to bring people in and out of your marriage. I don't know whose idea that was, but once you start doing things like that, that's when you open up Pandora's box, because that's exactly what happened. That's why I don't believe in those threesomes and all of that stuff, because once you bring another person into your bedroom, then that's what happens with Pandora box. All kinds of weird stuff going on, and you might not be doing something, and somebody might like what the other person is doing for them, and it just it causes a whole lot of the crap that's going on right now with them. So you know, nobody's innocent, because Will have probably done his dirt. It just wasn't as publicized as she brung out her preference of choice. She chose to have a relationship, entanglement, or whatever you want to call it, with this young fella. I'm not going to keep saying everybody's name, because the topic tonight is Jada and what she is doing on this book tour. And I think that she's making him look real bad. Like, it's making him look real bad. It's like he doesn't have his own balls to play with, and the crazy thing is that, like, she's bringing up so much stuff and putting their dirty laundry out in the street, that everybody is talking about it. Everybody is she's catching hell from everybody, from men, from women. I don't know about the children, but the children don't understand what's going on. But if you're if you're human and you have compassion for anybody, that will show in your response of things that you do. Now, they've been separated, according to them, for the last 6-7 years. So when when the slap happened at the Oscars, they weren't even together. She said that she was surprised that he actually invited her to go, being that they was living apart. And she said something about, when she walked in there, she walked in as his friend, but left out as his wife, because according to her, she thought that whole thing was a skit as well. And she realized that it wasn't. Someone came over to Will and said to Will that Chris Rock left the building and he's not going to press charges. How did she? That was a skit. When she sat there and she rolled her eyes, she saw this man get up, walk to the stage, and by the time he walked back from the stage to sit down in his seat, he was already enraged. So when it came to him saying, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," you should have known then that that wasn't a skit. Hey, cousin, how you doing? Yeah. So how did she think that that was a skit? Because she said that, Will was in and out of his seat the whole night. He was back and forth. So if you figure that that was a skit, right? and all of that happened, then why didn't you say something then? Why are you saying now you thought it was a skit? You should have came out and defended him prior to that. You know, you didn't really defend him like you should have, because bottom line, what everybody is not realizing is that this lady never really loved him. Like and then she wasn't in love with Tupac. They never had a physical relationship. But every time you turn around, every time she's doing something or pulling a rabbit out of the bag, there's always Tupac's name in something. So there had to be some type of something that they had going on, whether it was physical or mental or whatever. She was definitely attached to Tupac. And yes, he does love her. I believe that Will Smith does love his wife, because I remember in the interview, you know, after he had divorced his first wife, he did say that divorce was not something that was in his plan. Okay. So why did you divorce your first wife to get with Jada? I have no idea. But remember, out of her mouth, she said that she didn't want to marry him. The day of her wedding, she cried and cried and cried because she didn't want to get married. So my thing is this: if you did not want to get married, then why did you get married? Why did you marry him? And why are you publicly humiliating? And it's not just about Will, because I think she's publicly humiliating her whole entire family. Because I get it, you want to write a book about your tell-all memoirs or whatever, but write the book, right? Let people read the book. But the fact that she's coming out with, and I don't know how true it is, so allegedly, she said that he had a small PP. So I'm only saying PP because I'm not going to say the D word, but I can say penis, right, y'all? So she said that he had a small penis and that she didn't really love him, and I don't know. I seen something that like she never really met him, or they just came across paths and started dating. It was never like somebody introduced them. I don't know what the situation is, and basically I really don't care. But what I will say is, at some point in time, when do you say, Will, enough is enough? Now, if you still love her, I get it. If you still, I mean, I didn't hear her say anything about them, getting back together or moving in the same house or anything like that, because according to them, they live apart. So if they live apart and he's doing his own thing and you're doing your own thing, then why not get a divorce? Why are you holding on to that name? Because, like they said, it wasn't me, it was they. I'm gonna say they said that the reason why she doesn't want a divorce, because I think there is a prenuptial agreement, and she would not get what she's getting now, and she's getting a lot of fame and publicity because of the book and because who she's married to. So my thing is, why not? If you don't want to be married to somebody, why just stay there for the? I mean, because you can get married and you don't have to change your name, because you didn't change your name, you just added the name. So if you want to keep your name for namesake, then I guess you can probably do that. But if you're not gaining anything, and according to her, she was so unhappy. She was so unhappy that she wanted to commit suicide, and she thought about committing suicide. But the only thing that stopped her from committing suicide is that she thought about her kids. Okay, I get all of that. I get all of that, because sometimes life can put you in a dark spot where you don't know whether you're coming or going, and sometimes you want to just leave because you're tired of the hurt, you're tired of being depressed, you're tired of everything. I get all of that. But when you made the conscious decision that that's not what you were going to do, then you do the next best thing to make yourself happy. And you have to make yourself happy by any means necessary. So if staying in a relationship with anybody doesn't make you happy, then why stay? That's all I'm saying. It's like, why stay? If it's just for the fame and the glitz and the glory, you will still have that because your name is still going to be attached to his. But let him go. You go. Y'all live. Y'all. I mean, live your lives the way that y'all want to, but I don't think that everything should be for the public. There are some things that should be kept. I mean, I'm not a secret, but in your own household, because I don't care whether Will likes men or women or he likes both or whatever. I don't care if Jada slept with August, July, June, Leo, whoever she slept with. Like he said, that is their business. So why do we, the people, gotta know? There's so many celebrities out there that you don't hear anything about them. And I mean, they probably ain't got as much money as Will has, because Will is the one with the money, not Jada. Because Jada made she made movies, but more of them were flop than they were good. You know, he made more good movies, and his name, like I said, Will Smith is like the black superhero of our age. So yeah, what do you gain by staying in a love, like, okay, they, all I heard is say they love each other. They love each other, but they're not in love with each other. And I think it makes a big difference, because I love my brothers and sisters. I love the world. I love the people. But when you're in a relationship, you're not only supposed to love that person, but you're supposed to be in love with that person. You're supposed to feel like, life is better with that person. You're supposed to feel like life, I mean, life does go on, but you would have a hard time with going on with life if that person deceased, not just walked out of your life. Because if they walked out of your life, it was for a reason, and God knows that sometimes that's the best thing for you. But yeah, it just really, like, we don't need to know. I don't even think everything should be put in a book. Like, why is everything? Why do we care? Because guess what? You, me, and everybody that's on this live right now, when we get up tomorrow morning, whether we want to or not, we're going to have to go to work. We're going to have to work for our money. Why they're not probably doing anything right now, but they got enough money to sit on their ass and write a book about something that we don't even give a shit about. I really don't care. I mean, I don't want her to kill us. I don't want nobody to kill herself, because you have family, you have people that will miss you. She probably even do got fans, but I think she lost a lot of her fan base because of what she's doing. They say that she's publicly humiliating him. And I was just watching something on Facebook where the whole family was all together when the book came out, when she, got her first, copies of the book. So they was all together. So that means everybody was supportive, because Will was there, Jaden was there, everybody was there, the mother and all of that. And somebody said to me earlier that, she really, I'm eating popcorn. Y'all want some popcorn? That she should probably be quiet. And why isn't her mother telling her to be quiet? Well, maybe because her mother is capitalizing off of it too. Because if she gets her own money, whether or not her and Will stay together or not, I'm sure if they decide that they're going to get a divorce, he's going to give her a nice chunk of change. But I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to like get as many people to feel sorry for her for what she has done to him, and maybe get some fans so that when they do break up, that she'll have her own people, her own followers or whatever. But the way this country and the way this world is set up, a lot of people like the drama. They like the what is the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out. They just like the dysfunction of everybody, and a lot of people prey on other people's downfalls. They like to see, nobody really likes to see somebody doing good, because you can tell who likes to see you doing good and who doesn't, because those are the people that will clap for you, that are say, well done, good job. And then you have the other people that's out there that they won't even say anything. They just stand in the back and they watch. But she'll still have her fans, because she still have fans. And some people like craziness, and I think I'm not going to call the woman crazy. I'm just going to say that she is confused with a lot of stuff, because First she wanted to be first she was an actress, then she was a rock star, then she was a vampire, then like there's a lot of stuff going on in it. And when you see people that's got scrambled up in their head, nothing good is going to come out of it until they take accountability for their actions and seek the proper help that they need for whatever they're doing. And that's what I think. I think that, we all a shortcut away from being crazy with the way that the world is going today. So I'm not here to judge her. I'm just here to say that she should probably limit. You're on a book tour, but let's talk about the book. Let's talk about what got you to write the book. Let's leave out the personal about what's going on in y'all's life, because really all y'all doing is making people look at y'all like y'all got bigger problems than y'all even thought y'all had. And that's how I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the both of them like, one person is out going on a world tour bashing another person, and the other person is supporting that. Make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense to me. However, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the Let's Be Clear radio show that we are having our annual holiday event that's going to be December 16th. We almost at the capacity for vendors. We have quite a few vendors this year, some repeat offenders and some new ones. Still looking for artists, whether you read poetry, whether you sing, whether you dance, whatever it is that you do. We're looking for anybody to come and support the cause. It's a holiday event. We're not doing a ugly sweater contest this year. We decided to do the best cartoon character. So come in your best cartoon character attire. It doesn't have to be a full costume, but you know how they have the Mickey Mouse or somebody with a cartoon character theme. It doesn't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be a whole full costume. It can be a shirt, a sweater, a hat, paint your face, whatever it is that you want to do. We're just trying to do something a little different this year. What else can we talk about? Let's talk about you know what else I seen today? I'm sorry. I seen I was watching the Tamala Hall show, and I normally don't watch it because I'm normally not home. I'm normally at work. And I seen what's his name? Young Jeezy was up there. Now I seen Jeannie Mai a few days ago. She was on Sherry Shepherd show, and she talked about her divorce, and she made mention of a few things and how she had to get up and keep pushing through, yada yada yada. Fast forward to today, Jeezy was on Tamron Hall, and he was still wearing his wedding band, number one, and number two, he mentioned nothing about his divorce. So that leads me to believe that a lot of times when these people are writing books and they're having albums and all kinds of stuff coming out, they tend to make up a lot of stuff. So you can't always believe everything you hear. But with the Will Smith and Jada thing, you got to believe that, because that's true. That's been going on for years. They said Will was like little boys and like whatever. So anyway, yeah, so I saw that and I was a little confused, because here's the two things that happened. Like going back to Jeannie Mai and Young Jeezy, he had a big book come out. She has a talk show, a game show coming out. So were they doing all of that for publicity, just to get ratings, to get people to follow them? So when this book comes out, because his book is on New York Times bestseller, and now she has a whole game show that came out with Damon Wayans Jr. So I'm like, okay, one week y'all getting married, one week y'all getting divorced, and then the next week y'all got all of this stuff happening. So sometimes people, they are, when they chasing clout, they lie. So we can't believe everything we hear. What else can we talk about? Besides the crazy weather, I think it's gonna rain again here in New York City this weekend, and they saying that's like the ninth or 10th weekend straight with rain. I'm so sick of the rain. If we don't have enough water, damn it, I don't want no more because I'm tired. And it not only does it rain on the weekends that I have to work, which I don't mind. It can rain as long as I'm at work. I don't care because I'm inside. But the weekends that I don't have to work, I want to go out and do something if I wanted to go out and do something, even though I don't. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to I'm going to put up a post. I think we're coming back on Saturday. Saturday at 12 o'clock, you can watch Nikki and myself live on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Creator Stream Live app. We're going to do a full show where we're going to recap up on everything that I mentioned to you guys. And of course, we're going to have more stuff to talk about. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and head out now, and I'm going to go and try to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my evening. But I thank you guys always for tuning in, for being a part of the show with your comments, your questions, or whatever. Make sure y'all tune in this Saturday. It's going to be a really good show because I have my sidekick back with me, my partner in crime, DJ K Nikki. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share a few things with you guys. Make sure that you guys tune in Saturday because you know we do hot topics, and of course we get a little dirty. So all the Christian people that's here now, y'all ain't gotta listen, okay? But I love you guys for tuning in. God bless you and have a great evening. Love you too. Good night.